Over 7 million Lord of the Rings URUK-HAI, orcs, trolls, and more are currently standing at the edges of Helm's Deep. They are charging forward, ready to snuff out the final flames of Rohan. However, a number of elven warriors have joined our heroes defending. Can the Knights of Rohan and the Elves manage to hold Helm's Deep versus 7 million URUK-HAI in the largest siege of Helm's Deep ever for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2? Not only will these guys be charging forward, but we also have cavalry reinforcements led by Gandalf coming through the death tunnel over this way, ready to support and attempt to take down a multitude of URUK-HAI that pivot to try and stop them from sidesweeping the army. This battle will be legendary. If you guys enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now let's get into the siege of Helm's Deep. Alrighty then, boys, let's go ahead and press start here. This is Gandalf with the reinforcements coming on through. He's still Gandalf the Grey here because we don't have a Gandalf the White character model in this game. And actually, there's a little bit more than 7 million units on the battlefield for the URUK-HAI. Actually, more like 7.2 million. Here's Gimli with that 1,000-yard stare. Brother, what? Oh my god, he looks freaking clinical. He looks insane right there. Those are the two hero units on the battlefield. I thought about putting Sauron on the battlefield as well, but decided against it. It would be pretty funny to have Sauron on the battlefield, but he wasn't actually here at this battle. I just thought, like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. I have already lost Gandalf. I have no idea where the boy went off to here. He's somewhere around there. Okay, let's go check out Gimli. Alright, Gimli is now getting death charged by the URUK-HAI, and he starts to fight back. He's already slaying a number of these mountain trolls that are coming forward. Actually, these are the mountain orcs, I believe. The trolls are a little bit farther back, but Gimli is going absolutely ham right now. I kind of doubt he's gonna survive for too long in this battlefield. And I wish I could have added Legolas onto the battlefield with him, but I was out of room for the number of units I can put on the battlefield. And there goes Gimli. Gimli is dead. RIP! Alright, now the real battle begins. We've got the Knights of Rohan defending here with archer fire coming in from the elves behind. Hopefully this archer fire can really supplement the knights, because right now they're getting chewed apart by the URUK-HAI. I'm thinking maybe once the URUK-HAI enter into the choke point here where they blew up a portion of the wall, then perhaps, you know, they'll be a little bit better off, because then we'll have the archers firing from all three sides inwards at the choke point and hopefully cut them off at that point. We've also got catapults back here too for the defenders, but they're not in range yet. Alright, let's check out the narrow little peninsular bridge here, and we have a number of elven swordsmen as well as Rohan swordsmen, but the actual fight is further down this way. Where is the front lines on this battle area? Oh, it's right here. I missed it completely. Alright. These guys are defending, slicing and dicing each other up. It seems like a bit of a tit-for-tat situation. Every elven man is getting a kill, and every URUK-HAI is also getting a kill, although the elves should be technically a lot better at combat than them. But this is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, and not everything always makes sense. We should have archers up top somewhere around here as well. Maybe they're all the way back here. I see arrow fire coming from somewhere. I just don't know where. Look at this. All the way back to the keep. The soldiers go. Looks absolutely beautiful. And then there's obviously paths up to the walls as well if the URUK-HAI end up breaking through that far. Here we go. Now I'm starting to see more deaths for the attackers over this way, and hopefully again this choke point does come in clutch. Right now it's not fully holding out, but it seems to be doing at least on the battlefield. We do have 700,000 defenders to start, so they have 1/10 the number of the men the enemies have. Over this way, we've got our cavalry side sweep going in, and they're charging in, then getting felled, then charging in again. Cavalry in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, I have to say, is not always the greatest. They're a little bit derpy, if you will. We've also got the trolls pushing forward here, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Right now, there's quite the pile-up, a bit of a traffic jam, so it's going to take a while for them to get forward. But here's one troll that just had a major breakthrough, and he is running all the way forward here, smacking him down, and gets killed himself. So not quite the big heroic charge from that troll, but he did get a few kills there. The arrow fire, you can see those little darts like needles getting shot through the air. Really, really rapid fire. I mean, the elves are incredible archers with incredible speed and accuracy, so they're really doing pretty well. The URUK-HAI do have some crossbowmen of their own, but they're in the way back of the battle, so we won't be seeing them for quite some time. They've also got different weaponry. They don't all have these glaives that we're seeing. There's also swordsmen and pikemen and other such units on the battlefield too that will end up coming forward. Eventually, it's just going to take them a while to actually get all the way up here and attacking. All right, how's the bridge doing over here now? It seems like a massive surge forward, actually, and we're almost at the walls there. Why don't we go ahead and watch our first time lapse of the battle right here of the bridge being defended. Let's go. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you want to see more Lord of the Rings battles as we go. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. The bridge defense is semi-holding. Not super well, but they're still in this thing, and that's all that matters, I suppose. More and more trolls coming forward this way. They seem to be getting gutted by archer fire pretty decently, though. Look at that. That spam fire is absolutely incredible. This is what it's all about, baby. Let's see how the cavalry's doing. I'm sure the front line hasn't moved too much over here. And no, it really hasn't. Still just the two sides cramming against each other, chopping it up, going absolutely hambony. And I don't see Gandalf in here. He's probably dead. Lord of the Rings hero units, except for Sauron, are fairly weak in this game, so they're not going to be crazy good or anything along those lines. Even Aragorn is just not fantastic in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, but that's alright. Alright, either way, the trolls are getting a few swings in here, slowly but surely eating away at the defenders' lines. No catapult shots coming in just yet. I think once those start to land, it'll be fairly devastating, and this choke point might really have a chance of surviving, but they need to start firing fairly soon. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this entrance from the trolls and the orcs and the URUK-HAI. Okay, I started to notice the first of the catapult rocks getting flung. Do it again. There we go. Oh, that one shot way short. Do the roar. Hopefully, these start coming in a lot more, because we want the choke point to still be active when they start getting shot in here. These buildings are actually providing cover for these guys from the arrows, so a few of them are kind of going deeper and deeper in. That's not very nice. Do not like to see. And these arrows are just shooting the wall. Guys, what are you shooting? You dingbats. Stupid. So stupid. What are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Yeah. Shoot these guys. Shoot the big boys. All right. The catapult shot's still not actually firing all that much. Oh, there we go. Every so often they shoot one. I think like once the trolls reach like right here between these houses, that's when we'll really start seeing catapult fire impacting the battlefield. But for now, it's still fairly lackluster, I will say. All right, let's check the bridge real quick. This could be a problem. These guys are getting through the top of the bridge here. They're somehow glitching their way onto the wall, it looks like. We do have archer fire from all the way up here? What the hell? Yeah, there are archers up here. I'm not sure if that's where the fire is coming from. How'd y'all even get up here? Bruh. Okie dokie then. And how's it going here? Alright, these guys are in the actual keep itself now. They're beginning to split up here and trying to take on these Rohan knights and elven soldiers around this way. I don't think the keep itself will defend super duper well. I think our best shot at a full-scale defense is going to be around this way, truly. So let's do a nice little overhead here and watch, because we're going to see more and more catapult fire and more archer fire as these guys get deeper and deeper in. Trolls have made some progress forward, but we're also finally starting to see a holding pattern from the defenders. Look at this! Finally building up a body pile and managing to semi-stop the enemies in their path. It's far from over, but at the very least, they are starting to hold back the trolls, at least down here. We need that holding pattern to get a lot better soon, but it's okay for now. Looks like this attack has petered out a little bit, but they definitely did some damage. Up top here, this is all taken by the enemy, and in the interior, oh, they're rolling through here. God dang, son. Yeah, they're clashing with the last of these troops here. And then on the opposite side, these guys are all safe for now, but the enemy is going to be coming through here sporadically. They're felling some of these trolls, but also having quite a bit of trouble with other ones. Let's watch as these guys approach here. Alright, this wall is Jover, and up top also appears to be nearly Jover here. What about way up here? These guys should probably be able to hold indefinitely for a while, and these guys are also still holding quite nicely, with the catapults now firing in full force against the incoming trolls. Beautiful. I think we are still taking losses around here, but they are less and less, which is exactly what we need to be seeing on this battlefield. So let's continue to watch. Okay, it's been another half an hour, and the trolls do continue to come forward. I'm wondering when we're going to run out of trolls. Okay, there's a lot of trolls. We're not going to be running out of trolls anytime soon, it seems. However, there has been about 1 million kills for the Rohan and the Elven army, as right now there's only 6.2 million boys left, so the attackers are starting to struggle a little bit here. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of a struggle bus. This is really the big defense right here. We do have some guys coming down this way, but they're not making it very far. It's these fellers that are doing all of the hard work, and those catapults are absolutely destroying. I'm guessing the cavalry's probably dead. Yeah, the cavalry's dead. Rip Gandalf, they did not save the day this time, unlike in Return of the King. Rip. We've also got some boys still up here, although many have been cut down at this point, so that's rather sad to see. But at the moment, 325,000 defenders remaining, so they're at about half their force, and 6.2 million of the URUK-HAI remain. So they've lost, what is that, like 1/7 of their force, which is, I don't know what percentage that would be, but 1/7 of their force. Let's get nice and close here and watch the defense in action, baby. Yes, sir, we do finally have that holding pattern. Another, that was like 15 minutes have passed, and these guys aren't really pushing anywhere. They're just getting hard locked in right now. Every so often, they do get some kills, but they made almost no progress during that time lapse, which is beautiful, beautiful. Also, it seems like the trolls are thinning. I mean, there's still quite a number back here, but at least, hopefully, eventually, there will be no mass trolls on the battlefield. That would be very nice. Over this way, we've got guys death charging in, only to die once they reach the Rohan, although that guy, for some reason, was not getting slaughtered for quite some time. Either way, this is going to be a long battle. I mean, there's still 320,000 defenders left alive. Quite a number are up here, which, they're not going to be able to do anything. So let's just move them down to this point, if possible. I don't know if they'll actually, like, go there down the mountain, or if they'll die from falling. They very well might die from falling. But either way, we'll try to push them down that way, see if that actually works. We'll keep these guys up here because the enemy can glitch their way up this way, but the mountainside's much tougher to do that, so we'll see. Okay, they are flying down this mountain. Holy cow. Are they surviving this drop, though? No. Not at all. Maybe a couple. Oh, yeah. Wait, down here, there's a couple that are surviving. Yeah, reinforcements have arrived. Gandalf came, guys. Gandalf came. Yay. Oh, that's a definite yikes right there. Oh my goodness. Quite a number of those guys did die. But at least a few did make it down. Maybe a few are gonna chill up here now too, which would be good. Yeah, look, see, some are gonna chill here. That's excellent. Others are flying down this way as well. Alright, they would have done nothing during this entire battle, though, if they were up there the whole time, so I guess it is better that they are down here. We got 5.9 million attackers remaining, 308,000 defenders remaining. We're starting to see a hard lock position here. We're going to let this ride for like an hour or two without time-lapsing, so we can time-lapse later in the battle, but if anything exciting happens, I'll be checking in periodically, and I'll start recording again. Alright, it's been over an hour, I think like an hour 20, and we are currently at 303,000 remaining defenders, so they've only lost like 8k or something like that, I think. I don't remember exactly what they were at, but 4.77 million attackers remaining. So they are down over 2 million. About 2.5 million attackers have died, and about 400,000 defenders have died. So the defenders are truly finally getting to the point where they might be capable of getting a W here. Still gonna be rough though. Let's check out up here what ended up happening. Okay, so all those guys are gone, but looks like more attacks have hit up here. Nothing too crazy, although there's a bunch of trolls up there now just swinging away. So maybe that'll be it for up here. Oh no, they're still getting killed. So yeah, it's not completely Jover over there, and it looks like there are a lot of guys who did survive the fall, because we see some bloody dudes in here, but also a lot died from the fall. So not great, not the fantastico. We've also still got fellas alive up on these walls here, so that's good to see. But yeah, the main fight is still happening over this way. This is the big boy fight right now. Why don't we go ahead and time lapse overhead and watch them combat each other. Well, lads, another hour has passed, and look at these body piles building up here. The arrow and catapult fire combined is absolutely devastating the attacking armies here. Beautiful! And they do have, like, potential for flanks over here, but these guys are just kind of chilling. I think they're fixated on, like, the guys way up here, but they have to glitch their way up, which is difficult to do, and all that. So maybe once these guys die up here, if they die, then these guys will pursue the guys down below and be a little bit more impactful that way. But for now, these guys are living life on easy street. 4.2 million of Sauron's army remain, so they're almost at half total force, and 297,000 defenders remain. So these guys are still doing quite well. I'm just gonna let this ride for a bit because this is a long battle, baby. Alright boys, it's been over 2 hours here, and we're at 2.5 million attackers left alive and 293,000 defenders. So the defenders are only losing a few thousand every hour. They're doing a fantastic job here, and it's really just because of the archer spam fire going on and the catapults. That's what's keeping them alive. Up top here, these guys are still fine because they're only having to deal with like a single enemy every 10 minutes. Oh, my cat sneezed. Everyone say bless you to Oliver. Come on. Bless you to Oliver. Even the bots that spam the channel. Bless you to Oliver. By the way, I should address that. I address this like once a month. I asked my YouTube rep about it. He said that, you know, report and block the accounts, but they just keep coming back. It is a major problem. A lot of them come from Russia, actually, and they're there to promote, like, I don't want to say it to get demonetized, but, like, online subscription places of ladies, if you know what I'm talking about. So that's why all the bots are there, and they don't have a solution for them. They have no idea. He said, like, if it really bothers me, I can disable chat, but I don't want to do that because I like reading what you guys have to say, you know? So I'm not going to disable my comment section or anything like that, and yeah, just kind of got to deal with it. So if you weren't in the know, I guess you are now on that whole bot situation. Either way, we have 2.5 million attackers remaining. 293,000 defenders remaining. Let's just continue watching because god dang, son, this is still going here. Let's do a little bit closer, like that. Yeah. Okay, another 40 minutes have gone by now, and another, looks like 300,000 dead enemies. We are starting to lose a few more of these fellas. It doesn't look like much ground has been oh! Oh! What happened here? Okay, I think what's happening is the URUK-HAI archers have finally reached the front lines. Bro, I ain't seeing no archers. Where them archers at? Bro, I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I'm trying to see like where. I guess the arrows are coming from back here, more so. Ah, wait. Bro, I don't see a single goddamn archer. Oh, back here there's more arrow shots. Ah, here we go. Okay, there's... Wow, these guys got some range. God dang, son. Okay. That explains the extreme increase in death for the defenders as they've lost 15,000 soldiers all of a sudden. And it looks like wherever there aren't houses sort of blocking these shots is where they are dying right now. So those crossbowmen... I keep calling them archers. They're crossbowmen. They could cause some serious damage here. Let's continue to watch since those guys are now in play. Long term, they could whittle down these defenders and seriously mess them up. So that could be a danger for sure. Alright, we're down to 2 million attackers now, 266,000 defenders. So, defenders are losing more soldiers, but it's not at a crazy alarming rate or anything like that, so it's not too bad. Also, we do have a bit more of a flank coming from over here now, so that could develop into something potentially, maybe. Is it because these guys are dead? These guys are still alive, so I don't know why all of a sudden they decided to start flanking, but hey, good for them, I suppose. Either way, we're just gonna let this ride for a while because this battle has been going on for like freaking 8 hours or something now. So let's just let it ride, baby. All right, boys, we're down to 590,000 attackers. They made a little bit more progress. We're at 250,000 defenders at this point. So another like 10 to 15k dead, but the incoming arrows seem kind of inconsequential compared to the defenders' arrows holding the gates just extremely well. So let's continue to watch for a while, but this is winding down. Only 500,000 attackers remain. Alright boys, it's been another 20 minutes here. Only 8,000 more defenders have died. And another 100,000 attackers have died. So I say we go ahead, we bite the bullet, and we drop a nuke on these boys! Mathematically impossible for the defenders to lose at this point, so might as well just go for the big boom boom, baby. Hey, the catapults are still somehow alive too. Not anymore! Yes, sir! Alright, guys. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. I'll see you on the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.